will need for your first financial hearing, also known as the FDA. Now, you would have already done your Form E, and we have an information pack on the Form E. We also have an information pack on the first financial hearing. Now, you will need to produce these documents having exchanged Form Es with the other side. Now, that doesn't always happen because the other side hasn't done it or whatever reason it may be. It's not the end of the world. You still go to the hearing and you still present what you have. But you can't do these documents until you have exchanged with the other side, which is why this is a separate module to the Form E. For the paperwork that you need in this situation, there will be a chronology. There will be a questionnaire. In fact, I should just explain this as I go along. The chronology, all of the financial points, or sorry, the dates of the financial points that have a bearing on the case. It's not necessarily everything, but there are key points that the court will need to know. You then have a questionnaire. When you look at the other side's Form E, you will have questions. Why is that bank account missing? You haven't mentioned this property. Why isn't this in there? Where is your pension? You've got more than one pension. All of those kinds of questions need to be in your questionnaire. There is a skill to getting the questions right. You always go through their bank accounts or bank statements and look at where they're spending the money. Where did that money come from? Where did that get transferred to? All sorts of things, but it all uncovers some more honesty in this process. You will then need a statement of issues. What things does the court need to deal with? You need a Form G. Are you ready to proceed with the first hearing, or can you go on to the second hearing? And that I've never actually had that happen, or maybe once or twice, but it's a rarity that happens. Normally, you have a questionnaire, therefore you can't proceed because you don't know everything. On top of that, when you are going to your first hearing, and again on your second hearing, actually, you ideally need a position statement. Now, the position statement is related to specific points that you would need the judge to know in that hearing. Now, I can do all of those for you. In fact, I'll go through the services I provide. I have an information pack. You can do them yourself. Buy the pack. It has everything there you need to know. I then have a check-in service. Once you have gone through and produced the paperwork yourself, I can check it for you. Obviously, I'm limited to what you've put on the forms. If you say your house is worth 100,000, I don't know any difference to that. But I can check that you have done things properly. I can support you through the process, so you can telephone me and I can go through the process with you and I can give you guidance as you go along that process, and I can check the forms for you or check the paperwork for you. Or I can do the paperwork for you. That's often your best bet because you're dealing with lots of money, and it often pays just to make sure that you've got things right. So I can do the whole thing for you. I can also attend the hearing with you if you need me to, and we could discuss that when the time comes. But my whole essence, everything that I'm doing here, is to get you prepared and confident that you can go to that hearing on your own without any help and get through there cheaply. The cost of solicitors is astronomical, particularly in a financial hearing. If you can do it yourself, you can save money, and that is what I am all about. I have a whole range of other products, everything to do with family law, divorce, finance, children, and domestic abuse. If you need help in any of those areas, I will have either an information pack or I can support you and I can get you through that process. Thank you.